Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. This is one of the webinars of series of the webinars we do every month to educate our customers, prospects, and the colleagues in the industry about different topics. And one of them is supply chain. Today we are going to talk about supply chain 4.0 and share some of our findings, our experiences with our industry friends and colleagues. A little bit about myself. My name is Shrikant Nistane. I'm a digital transformation architect. I have been working with the digital transformation is a buzzword, right? But I've been enthusiast and I have working with SAP and different industries and processes and how to automate the processes. That was the key word a few years back. Now it's digital transformation. Worked with SAP, largely with SAP Digital Core, Enterprise Asset Management, Mobility and the Cloud Platform. 27 plus years of industry experience, and most of it is in SAP and different line of businesses. Today, we are going to talk about a little bit about digital supply chain and how we can eliminate the manual processes to improve the data quality. We'll also look at some of the other areas which are involved into the digital supply chain, which includes procure to pay, vendor connect. A little bit about Crave Infotech. We are a 11-year-old company, independent software vendor. We are a leader in mobility solutions and UI UX transformation. We are one of the best of the breed for mobilizing and automating SAP user experience. We also work very closely with Zebra. Zebra is the leading mobile computing, scanning, barcode enablement, printing, enterprise level company in the world, and we are their ISV, so we co-innovate with them, and we are also their reseller globally. With SAP, we have a very deep relationship. We are SAP's VAR, so we are reseller. We are also partner edge build partner, so we co-innovate with them. That's how we have almost more than 50 applications. And also we are their services partner. We have a global presence, but the most of it is India and US. So we bring best of the both worlds. We are headquartered in New Jersey. We have a physical presence in US, India, Brussels and Africa, and our India office is located in Pune, and that's where that's the place where we manage the Asia Pacific business. List of industries we work with. Couple of key areas I wanted to highlight is we were Pinnacle Award finalist in 2015, and we were ACE Award winner for the last year. That's in India. Again, some of our awards and recognitions. These are the partnerships. Couple of things I didn't mention. One is we are Concur partner. We are also partner with Here Map and Google Map, and all of our applications are validated by Zebra. So as we go further, I would like to point out that what is meant by the validation. When Zebra validates the application, they test it for memory leak, they test it for battery usage, they test it for user interface, this test is for integration. That means that when the application is deployed, it's ready to work on mobile devices, because there is a very specific way how you can develop applications for the mobile devices. So that part is already done. List of your clients, global client list, utilities, power, generation, transmission, distribution, water utilities, large organization like Adani, who does everything from manufacturing to infrastructure. We work very closely with Dr. Reddy's, Asian Paint, Sun Pharma, a lot of healthcare, oil and gas, retail, energy, and public sector. Let's talk about now getting into the supply chain. It's a a little bit crowded slide, talks a lot about it. And once you get the presentation, you can deep dive into it, but it's typically talking about how the goods move around from warehouse to manufacturing to warehouse to customer, and even talking about the return of the goods coming back to the warehouse and sometimes to the factory. There are many parties, many players involved, moving from material from factory to warehouse, warehouse to distributor, dealer, CFA, and so forth. So everybody has their role to play into the warehouse. The biggest challenge today is customer want everything yesterday. We are talking about 1 hour delivery by Amazon. We are talking about tracking the goods which is going out. We are talking about no question asked for return. So everything needs to be tracked, traced, managed efficiently so that ultimately the customer is happy. So we'll talk about some of these touch points today into the presentation. Some of the common industry challenges. We typically divide this into within the four walls and outside the four walls. So within the four walls is manufacturing. Outside the four walls, once is goods out of the manufacturing site and the warehouse. Inbound and stock, manual material counting, right? SAP is updated manually. A lot of places you don't have still the mobile applications and the most of your or all of your processes brought onto the digital transformation space. Unorganized material stacking, manual and elongated physical inventory taking process. Outbound and transfers, challenges in locating the material, largely person-dependent processes. Flaws in material issuance, FIFO is not allowed effectively, SAP system is updated. So these are some of the challenges what we have seen with our customers and the people we work very closely, and the industry experts. Outside the four wall, expected time of delivery. The customers are expecting shorter and shorter time of delivery. And then that is replicated everywhere. So does the warehouse, so does the CFA and the stockist. Real-time vehicle tracking, tracking what's going wrong, right? We know people, once the people are involved, there can be challenges. Monitoring vehicles, parameters and impact on the quality. Delivery to end customer, delivery acknowledgement, expected time of delivery, returns and new orders, documentation. So these are some of the challenges. We'll talk about how we can help to mitigate these challenges. So one of the things for this is around 2007, 2008, some of our colleagues, we sat down and we said, what can we do? Because the digital journey was just begun that time. So one of the things we observed is we continue to do the same thing again and again whenever we are going from one client to another. So we sat down and we come up with key features of each of these processes we have worked with, and we were able to carve out around 60 to 70% of generic processes, and we developed several applications since then. So you look at, they are divided by groups like enterprise asset management. We have several applications around EM. That's inside the four walls, the maintenance, the calibration, the work clearance management, asset inspection, dispatching, planning. So we have an application for almost everything you can think about asset management inside the four walls. Supply chain, we have warehouse management. So that includes, and we'll go into more details, inbound, outbound, cycle counting, internal processes. We have direct store delivery. This application helps you to automate or digitally transform your delivery, field sales, field return, and route optimization. We have procure to pay, which is also known as vendor connect, for automating everything your vendor can do digitally so that you are not worried about paper, no more delays, happy customer, happy vendor. Truck loading, this is basically on your dock, in your yards, where you can digitally transform your the delivery transaction of the SAPs, so that you can confirm the sales order and the delivery once it is loaded in the truck. We have production lifecycle management. We have production order management. This allows you to confirm your production orders from the shop floor on tablet, mobile, or desktop. And we have a tool we built to digitally transform your electronic form, so that can be shipped end of the shift, end of the day, or any paper you might have which needs digitization. Sorry about that. We have dashboard which encompasses almost every kind of management report or dashboard you might need. Order to cash, this is for your sales force. Your salespeople should be able to take orders electronically so that that order is reflected. It's like a restaurant, right? He takes the order goes directly in, and the cook starts preparing the food. It should be in our business too. So enabling your salespeople to take the orders in the field. Another is order to cash is basically customer portal. Your customer should be able to place the order. They should be able to see what I have ordered. It's like Amazon for every enterprise. So we have very simple applications built for almost every area. Connected assets and IoT. This is very interesting area. Not only we want to have customer getting an order delivery within an hour, we also want to know if anything is going wrong with our machines, our manufacturing equipments, well before they fail, so that we can avoid shutdown, we can avoid downtime. And we have a platform, an application which will help you doing that, along with inside the four walls and outside the four walls. So we can track your vehicles, geo-enablement, route optimization, assignment, unassignment of the jobs on the map. Now comes to the approvals. Of course, we have to manage this whole process within limits with rules, and that's where the approval comes. Purchase order, notification, work order, project related activities, service entries, sales order, credit. We want to make sure that those are approved correctly and they are flowing through the system, so there is no violation. That's why we have approval process. And approval apps brings those approvals to the mobile application, so that your people can approve from anywhere where they can be. Finally, human capital is also equally important. So we have employee performance, whereby your employees can set their goals, manager can review their goals quarterly, 6 monthly, yearly, on the go. So this is list of our application. There are few more, we continue to add them. And as I said before, these applications meet anywhere from 60 to 90% of your requirements. And remaining 10 to 40% are met by configurable. All of our applications are configurable. Again, the distribution of these applications by where they are located within the four wall, yard, that's truck loading, field service, vendor customer, and finally corporate. So this is how our applications are distributed. Let's talk about industry challenges in warehouse. If you are SAP customer and if you are using Tech Console, SAP Console, ITS Mobile, they're all phasing out. The support is going away and they have complex infrastructure. We'll look at this slide. Windows Mobile is phasing out. We need to move to another platform. So Windows C, Windows, all the older existing Windows Mobile operating systems are phasing out. 3G wireless is phasing out. Millennials are looking for simplified user interface. We are all spoiled by Steve Jobs by inventing the smartphone. Now everybody wants an application looking like WhatsApp or Facebook. It's challenging to give that into the enterprise because we have rules. We are not like B2C apps, right? So, but we have to come up with a simplified user interface. Customers are looking for mobilizing EM and supply chain. I'm sure you're doing that too. This is where our prepackaged applications comes into picture. They add value and benefits, and we'll talk more about them. Let me talk about the the user interface. So if you are using, means if you are not using any mobility, that's a very good start, I will say. Because you don't have to worry about transition, you don't have to worry about how change management. But if you have those, like you have green screen, black screen, blue screen, we have a solution to bring it to a light blue Fury screen, which will everybody will like and will be able to use for coming years. So this is how the evolution of the user interface. How we help simplifying the architecture. If you look at here, we have SAP console, tech console, web console, ITS mobile, and every one of them has some or the other middleware. It's very difficult to maintain those middlewares now. They are very expensive. They add layer and they create complexity. Coming to the Fury app from SAP, there is no layer. Everything is divided between backend and front end. Not only that, your user interface, the same application can be used on desktop, tablet, mobile. So your people don't have to remember the old transactions. Everything is simplified. Even if the mobile is not working, they can go onto the desktop and use the same user interface and execute the transactions. In addition to that, Android platform has given us ability to create some new tools and APIs which simplify the application development. What Zebra has done is Zebra brought those, took the baseline Android and created their own APIs which can be used very effectively. Data Wedge simplifies your scanning, you're accessing the camera, GPS, enterprise host skin, all touch T. And these are all simul scan. You can scan multiple barcodes simultaneously and they will. So your people, if there is a manufacturer partner, there is a model number, there are multiple barcodes, you don't have to worry about scanning one by one. And if they have scanned incorrectly, you scan the whole area and system will automatically populate into the right fields. That's a simul scan. Voice wedge that helps you to integrate the audio. And we'll talk in the next slide more about that. So we have been working with organizations like Zebra. Not that we are married to Zebra only, we will also work with Honeywell, we work with Panasonic, but Zebra we have a deeper relationship. So this is where we are taking the warehouse, voice enabled picking. So our application will help you to enable the voice. And now we are working on augmented reality. So the smart glasses will help your people where to go, which aisle, where is the item, and how to pick. Using the finger scanner and the wearable devices, you can now do hands-free picking. So we can take you to the extreme level of the automation in the warehouse using our tool sets. But if you are just starting, you can start with standard devices. Our applications work on all the platforms, Android, iOS, and Windows if needed. Key benefits of the warehouse management. A lot of reductions in operational cost, labor cost, built-in barcode scanner. So our application have built-in barcode scanner, printer, Bluetooth connectivity with the printers if needed, accessing camera, and so forth. I think I said most of these. And of course, you can achieve the 100% paperless process. So these are the benefits automating your warehouse. So we talked about inside the four walls, right? And we have a ton of approvals, and this is how they look like. Approval for PRPO, service entry, card approval, payment approval, almost approval in every business process you are involved into. A little bit more about the approvals. You can once you receive the deck, you can look at it more. Now let's talk about, we get outside the four walls. You have to manage your supply chain. You want to know where my materials are, where my people are. Are they delivering on time? Are they delivering at the right place? Is customer happy with us? All that can be achieved through the direct store delivery application. This application has ability to have the truck ready before your person comes in. Your warehouse can load the truck beforehand and hand it over to the person saying, this is what I have loaded. This app manages the delivery, return, new sales, and also the inventory reconciliation. You can manage the inventory of your truck, so person knows what's coming in and what's going out. Some of the benefits of the direct store, of course, it's a barcode enabled, SAP, fully integrated with SAP. You can track the job location on the map, real-time inventory updates. Now, as the person out in the field is sending the confirmation, also this application is offline, so he doesn't need to have connectivity all the time. He can continue to complete the work. As soon as he's in the coverage, the data will come back and update SAP. You can capture signature of your customer. You can capture their satisfaction by them giving you points, how satisfied he was with the delivery and the service. Of course, improved service and customer satisfaction. Sorry about the pop-up. Let me get this off. Then let's get into the other part of the supply chain. Connected assets, truck latency management. Now you are within the yard and you have people coming in picking up your material. It can be your trucks, it can be third-party trucks. A lot of times if you have third-party trucks, you have SLAs. They want their trucks to be out within certain period of time. If they have to stay longer, you have to pay penalty. Last mile tracking. If you are handling hazardous goods, you want to know where the material is because you are responsible for the handling of the material, even if they are not your trucks. If you have larger plants, petrochemical, chemical, oil and gas, they are huge plants. You want to make sure that you get the directions inside your plant. If you have huge warehouses and you have many forklifts, you don't want your forklifts going all over the places. You want to have your picking already organized so that forklift guy knows where to pick first, second, third, so that he have a route defined. And we can help there. We have indoor plant mapping. We have indoor mapping of your warehouses, and we can help you to route your people inside those areas. Real-time updates to the backend, of course, RFID and barcode enablement. We talked about direct store delivery. Secure messaging. We also built a functionality by which your people can securely communicate with everybody within the organization. It can be within the team, one-on-one, and so forth. For example, we have a customer where they are oil and gas and chemical company, and if there is an emergency, they want an ability to send message to all the people or the truck or the people inside the plant saying there is an emergency, evacuate the location. At the same time, they want to send message to everybody who is bringing material or coming to pick up and say, we have an emergency, stay where you are. So we have secured messaging built into the application. Of course, the simplified UI to suit the workforce from all ages and groups. So this image talks about how our applications work and a quick glance of how the applications look like. Let's switch gear about the vendor connect. So we talked about warehouse, we talked about enterprise asset management, we talked about direct store delivery, we talked about truck latency, we talked about what happens in the supply chain. Now the key part and crucial part of your supply chain is also your vendor. How happy your vendor are. No organization want to delay the payment. What delays the payment and the delivery is the process, the paper. We want to, how we can get that out. And I'm very happy to share that there are a lot of organizations in India who have gone paperless. And one of them worked with us, and we actually, two of them, we worked with us and we helped them to go paperless. So what your vendor can do, you empower your vendor with a mobile application or a desktop or a tablet application, which will allow them to create advance shipment notice if they are delivering goods, to act, to view which purchase orders are issued to them, to create a shipment notification, to upload invoices. So they don't have to send by hard copy. They can upload invoices. Invoices are validated, and they know. Not only that, they can see when they are going to receive the payment. So they're not calling your purchasing department and your accounts, and they're chasing 10 people and getting unhappy. And what happens in this process? You are the one who is suffering most because the vendor is calling you. I haven't received the payment. You can simplify that by automating these processes so that your vendor knows where they are. So again, monitoring invoice status, uploading invoices, creating advance notifications, and monitoring the payment. So this is the app which will help you to automate all of that for your vendors. Little bit about our partnership. We work very closely. These are different types of applications. So Zebra is now offering, so this is only mobile computing area. They have devices suitable for almost every applications you can think of. Warehouse, enterprise asset management, supply chain. And not only these, they also have printers, scanners, and location identification devices. Let me talk about a success story. We work with several organizations in India. You have seen the logos. So we work with Dr. Reddy's, Sun Pharma, Microlabs, Adani, Reliance, and many more. So the success story here is a large pharma organization. They wanted to automate almost every part of their business processes. So enterprise asset management, the truck latency, the warehouse management, and employee performance, vendor connect. They have everything they can think of. And one of the ACE award winning application is one of them. They have been saving probably more than 250,000 papers every year through this process. The simplified process, the paperless process, everything is done at the shop floor. Now, they have gone to a level where they are printing the calibration labels on the shop floor. So they don't have to come back to the office, print the label and go back. Their approvals are happening on the shop floor so that people doesn't have to bounce from one mobile to another. Another thing is all of our applications are configurable. That means you don't have to come to us after deployment. You have an ability to change, like you want to change the label of the field, you want to hide a field, you want to add a field, you can do that yourself. How do we work with our customers? You take one of these pre-packaged apps, you acquire them, we configure them together, we protect them, secure them, encrypt them, and help you to deploy. We take end-to-end. We have a global reach, so if you have subsidiaries, if you have global operation, we can help you from there. Finally, why you should work with us? We continuously innovate into the SAP space. One more thing I want to point out is that we're very closely working with SAP and our customers for a cloud platform. If that is your direction, we help integrating our applications with any backend. SAP is out of the box. We have done with Oracle. We have worked with Infor. We have worked with non-SAP backends too. End-to-end configurable prepackaged solution. I just spoke about that. Very important thing is there are a lot of other companies who is into the similar space, but we are probably only one who do not add an additional layer. you're not buying any platform from us. You're not binding to us after you purchase. It's a standard SAP offerings. We use all the standard SAP offerings, and all of our applications and the technologies align with SAP's long-term vision. And of course, the rapid deployment tool. One more thing is, if we cannot meet your needs using our applications, we have created reusable components which will allow us to create any custom application much faster. And that's our rapid deployment tool. And that's how we help you to reduce your total cost of ownership by 80%. We've been into this space and we have more than 20 years of domain experience, personalized customer service, and the round-the-clock global support. Some of the other areas where we can help, if you are using SMP on-premise, we can help you to move to cloud platform, mobile service, because SMP is going out of service. Single sign-on, custom Fiori client development, SSL certificate integration. These are teething issues most of our customers, and we mastered that. Mobile enabled UI, hardware peripheral integration, barcode and RFID integration, and so forth. We have developed several plugins for UI5 and Fiori applications, non-SAP background, offline applications using UI5 Fiori, IoT connectivity, push notification to rapidly improve the usability of your Fiori applications. Finally, what we are looking for, if you have any digital transformation challenges, bring those to us, whether it's a supply chain, EAM, or procure to pay. We'll be happy to talk to you. If you are struggling to start, then talk to us. We have a complimentary UI UX and mobility assessment offering. We work with you for half a day. We help you to see, no obligations. You can visit App Center, SAP App Center, and explore our applications. Just type Craven Footage. And we also have quick start pilot if you are interested. And we can give and pilot your applications and challenges. With that, we'll open for communication. These are some of the contact details for you to connect with us. Any questions?
We have few questions in charts. So Shailesh is asking, we are in process to configure a couple of Fiori apps. C warehouse screen is developed in over Fiori. So he's asking whether C warehouse screen is developed in Fiori or not.
Yeah, so all of our applications I discussed today, everything is developed using Fiori. So they are responsive. They will work on Android, iOS, or even Windows, not mobile, right? The mobile is going away, but the Windows platform too, yes. Any other questions?
We got one request for to arrange separate session over P2P. He means like procure to pay.
Sure.
And
Yeah, so go ahead.
we got one more question, that what does pre-package mean?
Yeah, pre-package means these applications are ready to go, right? So as I mentioned, each of our applications meet anywhere from 60 to 90% of your requirements. That's how we have designed. We haven't found anybody where we meet 100%. Just be honest. And remaining 10 to 40% we achieve by configuration. Sometimes we have to do customization. There is no doubt. It depends upon how customized your backend is and how standard processes you are using. So you are basically acquiring the application. We come, we configure, and then we deploy. So that's the pre-package. It's like you are buying a software, right? But in our case, you are buying content and industry experience, not the software, because the software is standard from SAP. Hope that answers your question. Feel free to email us at contact@cravenfotech.com, and our team inside sales and sales team will be happy to get in touch with you, can have one-on-one session.
Yes, Shrikant, we have one more question from Vincent. How the data stored cloud or on the site? Is this offered via SaaS model? What about data security for data stored in cloud? What control are in place?
Okay. So, Vincent, we do not, I said that in my last, is we do not add any layer. We do not store data anywhere unless you have a specific business need. Everything is stored in your backend, SAP or non-SAP. We bring the data from the backend, we send the data from the backend. So your backend is always a master. We help you to simplify the user interface. We give it to the user what exactly they need, not like too many fields. And we use your backend for all the rules and the regulations you have in place. We do not store data anywhere. Regarding the security, SSL, identity management, and single sign-on, we can implement all of that to ensure that your data is secure. Anything else, Swaroop?
No.
Great. This is very interactive. I
Guys,
I
if you have any
enjoyed.
question, please write it down in chat, or you can always send us email.
Okay, that was definitely very interactive. I appreciate your questions. I know we are almost there to get your 45 minutes. We thank you very much for joining.
One last question, Shrikant.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
One attendee is asking, do you have offering for downstream for SCM, supply chain management?
Yes, we do. Of course, it was very difficult to cover everything in 30 minutes. Please, Swaroop, organize a one-on-one session. Whoever has asked the question, and we can talk about specific needs about downstream, upstream, midstream. Yes, all of them we can talk about. So please reach out to us at contact@craveinfotech.com. You can go to our website, and our website, I'll try to go to the website and help you. Our website has almost all the details, every product. We have videos, we have success stories, we have PDFs.
We have one more question. What about the TMS in SCM?
If you are referring TMS to the transport management, we do have integration with the TM module of SAP. But if this is something else, you might have to be a little bit specific. But we do have integration with the TM. So if you go to our website, we have list of all the apps here. And if you go to each of our app, you'll be able to see a lot of details there. You can download the brochure. We have videos. We have our value proposition. We have success stories. Everything is there on the website, which will help you to get into the details. Also about the products, the services, and how we help any specific industry. Any more questions, Swaroop?
No, we have no transport management. He like that question was for a transport management.
Okay, okay. If you have any specific use case, yes, we have integration. We have tools which will help you to automate the transport management. We have done a lot of work around that. Please reach out to us, or we know who you are now, so we can schedule a follow-up call one-on-one. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Shrikant.
Thank you very much.
If you have any more question, please write down to us. Thank you.